Hello and welcome. I'm Mercy the Game Master here at the Be Monsters, and after a bit of a break, we are back with another Game Master working stream. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to zoom the camera out a little bit. If you haven't heard, a few things happened. One, we had a bit of a scheduling conundrum for our main group in the Kingdom of Rin. Which ended up in us having like I don't remember 8 to 10 week break. That happened once back in the fall too. Hopefully we can keep minimizing the effect of that sort of thing. But we had some major story beats that we needed to hit, and we wanted all of our players and all of our player characters to be able to be there for those moments. So if you haven't heard, the Battle of Capstone has commenced. We have streamed the first two parts of that on twitch.tv/HereThereBeMonsters. And those are going to be coming to the YouTube channel soon. Part 1 should be hitting within the next 2 to 4 days, and part 2 will be approximately a week after that. So thank you so much, everybody, for your patience with that downtime. We're going to be getting back into doing shorts and making other YouTube videos as well. But like I said, mostly scheduling issues. Also, I'm on the tail end of a bit of a depressive episode, so normally I would have wanted to try to fill some of the space between sessions with some additional videos and live streams and whatnot, but I was not really in a place where I could do that. So the good news is I'm feeling better now. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be back. Glad to be playing D&D again as well. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. If you're not familiar with the format of this particular show that we run here on YouTube, the goal is to get back into doing this about every other week-ish. And we put 30 minutes on the clock. We work until the timer ends, or approximately thereof. We take about a 5-minute break. We put another 30 minutes on the clock. We work until that timer ends, and then we get out of here. I often end up going a little bit over, but the goal is to try and kind of practice time management, and also to stay focused, to try and not get too tangential with what we're working on, and to get done the few things that we set out to do.
YouTube stream is now live.
Hi, Nun. How are you? So, we've got a handful of things that I'm hoping to get done today. I do want to triage them a little bit. Oh, that's right. So, I guess a couple other bits of news. So, yeah, we're just going to have to take the first 5 minutes or so here to go over news and kind of collect our thoughts. Also, we've been talking about our Townsfolk program coming to the Kingdom of Rin off and on for quite a while now, but that is actually starting soon. Like, not soon TM, but actually soon. Within the next couple days, we're going to be posting recruitment into the Discord. We've done our final testing, and everything seems to be good. So actually, one of the things we're going to be doing today is doing a final proofread of the documentation for that. So if you're not familiar with what that is and what's going to be going on there, we're going to be letting people join our campaign world as NPCs, specifically people who run some sort of business. Now, that could be farm, that could be blacksmith, tailor, street vendor, whatever, it doesn't matter. You'll get to come up with that with one of our DMs, which is going to be Spio from the Mortal Woes tabletop role-playing group. And the whole goal of the thing is to be really light touch. It should take less than 5 minutes per month is the goal, definitely less than 10. It can be done play by post, or he's going to be hosting kind of office hours where you can get together with him for a little bit of live role-playing. And I'm really, really excited about it. We tested it out. So far, the mechanics, what we came up with, work really well. And like I said, that's going to be starting really soon. Also, we are working on finalizing dates for our second campaign. So for those of you who haven't heard, we are in the process of launching a second campaign that will take place within the same setting and same general timeline as our current campaign in the Kingdom of Rin. So there will be a whole other group of adventurers pursuing different aspects of the world and telling different stories, and that's going to be DM'd or GM'd, if you prefer, by Atma of the Mortal Woes tabletop role-playing community as well. So I think that's it for news. Yeah. So, There are, okay, that's not going to get done today. I'm going to go ahead and kick that out of the triage. We'll do that next time. There are three main things that we're hoping to get done. One is notes and experience granting, which we need to catch up on. And I think the longer we wait on that, the harder that one's going to be to do. Two is, like I said, proofreading the documentation for the Peoples of Rin townsfolk system. And then three, if we can get to it, is Atma has requested a stitched or a map of the layout of Capstone, and to use to prep things for his campaign taking place in our world. And I don't have anything specifically laid out like that. It's always just kind of been in my head. So what I do have is I have a handful of like some parts of data that we might be able to stitch together for him. So if we have time, that is probably the last thing that we're going to do. If not, then I need to do that tomorrow because I told him I'd do it Tuesday or Wednesday. So I really want to get that to him ASAP. I mean, we can also think of ways to torture the players. None, absolutely. Although I think there may be enough of that baked into the Battle of Capstone on its own. We might not even really need to do any more work there. So I think we need to work on session notes first. Because I need to have a good picture in my mind as well as I'm capable of doing of what has transpired, so that way we are providing we're giving experience for all the things that we should. Is it going to be easier though for me to try and go back as far as I can, so I'm not kind of like overwriting the oldest memories, or should I work backwards from where we are? I think maybe we should work backwards from where we are. That's going to make it easier to compose that narrative. Oh, shoot. Oh, wait. Nope. I literally already messed something up. So there's a weird thing happening here. Because the session notes that I write are essentially offset by one. Because I use those session notes as the introduction for that session. So session 9, which was the first session of the Battle of Capstone, the notes that go in session 9 are actually the notes for session 8, which was the preamble. So that would be in session 11, which is the next session that we have in June. Would actually be part 3 of the battle. Part 2. As far as naming things goes. Okay. So let's clean these up a little bit. I need sessions 10 and 11. I need the notes for sessions 10 and 11 open at the same time, because in the notes for 10 is where I'm actually writing down what happened, and then in the notes for 11 is where we'll be creating the like narrative that we will use about session 10 during the beginning of session 11. Oh boy. Dates. So I've never run a campaign before where we've kept such close track of dates and whatnot. It's been an interesting challenge for me. Overall, I'm glad that we've done it. But it does definitely take more work. It matters though, because in world there are a lot of things whereby like certain NPCs are in certain places at certain on certain dates, and that's sometimes communicated directly to the players, so then it matters. Right, so they're trying to get in my eye. Okay. Oh, but they're still trying to. Okay, so it is confirming from other notes the second day of late spring. Oh, wait, or is it the first? Hold on. I have written that it's the first. Oh, dear. That person has it written that it's the second. Right. I think the player that in their notes file has written the second day of late spring dragon attack is because it happened in the evening. So I'm seeing that as being late in the day of the first. He is perceiving that as being probably early in the day of the second. But we do need to get that sorted out. I'm going to make a note. Come back to that. So the session 10 notes we know will only encapsulate part of the first day and potentially a little bit of the second day of late spring. Session 11, I've pre-rolled the weather. I always pre-roll the weather out by about a half a 10 day. We'll keep that information in the session 11 notes in case we manage to move forward significantly in time. On session 9, we'll go back and do that. All right. That updated. Perfect. One of the things that I very much needed to do was just get some organizing done. So that has now been accomplished, and we are more or less ready to go. Oh, just in time for one of my cats to get sick. Awesome. Thanks, Babo. Good job. I'll be right back. Excellent. That was fun. Happy to use some of our time together cleaning that up. Okay, so for session 10, we began. I'll try and keep it at least mostly spoiler free for folks that like to catch up on the sessions on YouTube instead. I guess something else I need to have open here is the info on the Unity of the Warforged. I'm going to need to be able to reference specific clans and tribes and whatnot. Bonefire. Yeah. Hey. Okay. I don't think there's necessarily a ton that we need to note in terms of specifics because for the most part it's a battle. and a battle that involves both player characters and a lot of non-player characters. So we want to pick out some like really specific moments. To make sure that those get noted. So there were a couple of obvious ones from last session. If you know, you know. Okay, we've got that one. We've got that one. Is there anything else in particular? Okay, let's see some other things that we can note. Okay, let's see some other things to note. Elothril did the following. Okay, the orcs also did this. Okay, and that was a great use for one of Druzh's less commonly used spells. What else do we have? Oh, right. Help lead. I can type. Okay. Oh my god, I still misspelled it. Okay, Bahir did that. Silas did that. Alanzite did that. Elfrill did that. Probably also worth noting that that Avondal okay. Anything else I can think of in particular that should be noted there? The Mortal Woes, folks. I think I've got everything. Bahir, I got the major point. Rubato, I got the major point. Oh, Alendite. Hey, not even out of time yet. Okay. Only about 2 dozen. Okay, that's Alendite. I'm gonna have to break this up into kind of 2 sections. We had the first section. An ambush. All right. Now, I think what we can probably do is we can say that even though, and this is where timekeeping in D&D gets really weird, even though that entire ambush, that entire fight at the beginning only actually took like a minute and 10 seconds or something like that. I think realistically there's more passage of time. Of course, there was the gathering of the troops that led up to it. There's the aftermath. There's medical care, et cetera, et cetera. I think we will underline that. Oh dear, don't do that. All right. Is there anybody else that we need to specifically deal with there? Skabosh, Ava, Rouge. I guess. Yeah, this can be noted about Druge. Stop autocorrecting that word. So we have Behir, Alendite, Druge, Ava, Skabosh, and Rubato. Okay. So we've made notes about everyone and what they did during and in the immediate aftermath of the first phase of the battle. Then we can go here. Okay, I know we're supposed to be starting break, and we will do that soon. Say no more than 5 minutes of overlap or of overage here. Hey, CC, how are you doing? You just finished cleaning up dishes, had lunch around 3:40. Oh dear. Voices of the Void. That name sounds familiar to me for some reason. It's a Gmod like horror adventure game where you work with scanning, downloading, playing audio picked up from space. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's cool. I got your roommate to play it. He's only had one event happen so far. Oh, was it like totally RNG? Events are where you can't save, pause, or sleep, and yes, there's a bit of RNG, but the events are time-based. Got it. Okay, I think I'm just about done with the notes for this session. I think the other session will probably go a little bit faster. I said 5 minutes of overage. That was like 6. Is there anything else that I need to note? I don't think so. I think we're pretty good there. Not on Steam. Oh, bummer. Okay. Session 10 notes are done there. Excellent. Let's take our stretch break. That was pretty close to the timeline that I wanted. And then we will get back to it. If you haven't been up off your booty in a little while, I would recommend you get up, move around, refill your water if you've got any. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes to take on the second half of our power hour here. Although I did just think of one other thing that I need to note. Break starts when? Like 5 seconds. I just I noticed one thing that I didn't get written down that needed to be written down. And I also need to note cool. All right. Back in a few. Oh, sorry. Muted myself. Hello there, Reading Squirrel. How are you doing? Sorry about the timing. Got a quick break in there. Gonna put another 30 on the clock. And get back to it. So let's see, what was I doing? Right. We finished that set of notes. Now we need to go back to the session 9 notes and do the same thing, although I think that'll be much faster. I also seen Reading Squirrel reminds me, a lot of you don't know, but I have a long and storied history of not getting along well with squirrels. And I saw a random TikTok the other day. Apparently, or rather, squirrels not getting along with me, really. And I saw a TikTok recently of a scene in Baldur's Gate 3 where apparently you run into a squirrel that attacks you, and just thought that was endlessly funny as a result. Not that I have anything against Reading Squirrel in chat, that is, but it just made me think of it because I just saw that recently. Okay, I need also the Town Watch and Militia sheet because there's like almost 20 officers and I don't have every single one of them memorized off the top of my head. That was Albert. Good old Albert. Boy, I'm trying to remember. I feel like somebody else went up there. I think it was Skabosh. Ugh. Okay, let's see. What else did everybody else do? No, it wasn't Skabosh though. No, it was. Ah, crap. I'm trying to remember if Gabosh went with Bahir and Rubato in session 9 before the ambush. Read and scroll. I always jump from either point of your stories, mostly an understanding of the perspective of characters. I really enjoy perspective storytelling. We do it a reasonable amount in our D&D campaigns as well. Yeah, hard agree. But that's why if you've never read the original Dracula by Bram Stoker, oh, so good. Really enjoyed that. Really fun perspective storytelling. No, don't do that. Sorry, is that audio coming through to you? No, it's not. Good. Okay, perfect. I found it. Skabosh did go. Excellent. Actually found that much more quick. The answer to that question much more quickly than I had expected. Oh man, I just thought of a missed opportunity that we had during session 10. Dang it. Dang it. I guess that's one of the downsides of a live production. I think the thing that we did was also cool, but I think it was 10 out of 10 description, but I think we could have had a 12 out of 10. We could have really man. Oh well. Maybe we can use that idea again some other time. It's not scratch. There's no R. Oh, I just had an idea for YouTube short also. We need to write that down. That's a really good idea for a YouTube short, I think. Not directly related to what we're doing right now, but we are trying to rebuild our systems of content creation. How am I doing on time? 20 minutes? Plus or minus potentially a little bit. Okay, so what all did everybody else do before the battle broke out? Druj did that, Ava did that, and Druj and Ava did that. So that kind of wraps them up. Then Skavash did that, and then Skavash, Rubato, and Bahir went did that. I can't remember what Allendite did. Oh, no, I do remember. Derp. Hello there. Productivity indeed. Allendite went to church and... Allendite did that, and then he tried to convince these people of this thing. Need to go back in my other notes file. There's one thing that's connected that did not get noted. La 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 la. Yeah, we've actually, it's taken a little longer than I wanted, but we're trying to reconstruct 3 sessions worth of notes, one of which spanned back like 2.5 months ago, and we've almost completed that, and it's only actually been 40 minutes of our working time. Well, 40 minutes plus I went a little bit over before the break, so probably 50 minutes of our working time. But considering how far behind on that we were, feeling pretty good. I think we want to note this section. We want to call this this is like the preamble. Well, okay, so it's well, whoever that was, if you're trying to delete your thing, I don't know if I can do that. YouTube's weird. There we go. I have hidden that user on the channel. Whoever ye may be, thank you for dropping by. If that wasn't intended to be sent here, then no worries. Hope you have a good rest of your day regardless. YouTube's moderation stuff is so garbage. Okay, so this is part 1 of phase 1. Okay, then we kind of have part 0 of phase 1, which I'm going to call like the preamble. Okay, yeah, part 0 of phase 1, part 1 of phase 1. Mountain ambush. Yeah. When's the clerics? And paladins there. Some people there to investigate. Using. Out there were better used. What was that, CC? You're being productive today. Why is that oof? Filled up 2 liters of water for Kool-Aid and sugar mixing and filled your water bottle when you originally just wanted to make yourself a cup of chocolate milk. Yeah, I mean, that's going to last you for quite a while, I would assume. Hi, Orar. Rarar. How are you doing? How's your trip? Or is? I don't know what your timeline was exactly. But one agreed to come with him. When they arrived, spotted you got home about 1 a.m. Ugh. Overall good, if a little bit short on sleep. Well, I mean, I don't even know, where does that even fall on your sleep schedule these days? I know for a while that was like prime working time for you. A little bit out of breath. Gotcha. Well, hopefully it was, not an overwhelming amount of effort, but hopefully at the same time, when you push yourself, that's how you grow. That's how you increase endurance and whatnot, right? Normally that'd be fine, but you had meetings this morning. Oh no! Dang it! Right? Lions and tigers and bears. Lions and tigers and meetings. Oh my. um. Not even for you. It's for your roommate who doesn't like the taste of water. I don't think that diminishes your efforts at all. No way. I was just Hey Malcater, I couldn't remember who that was. That's so funny. I was trying to find, hold on, I have to show this. I was trying to go back and find, because I wanted to double check and make sure that in the notes that I'm making that I was correctly noting the situation when Alan Dite went to investigate what was going on the mountain. And I was just clicking through the the play bar on the video, and then I came to and I only clicked like 2 or 3 times, and then I came to this. Oh, wait, what? Oh, hold on. I have to turn on the projector so that it's showing it to you. Not that I care if you see my scuba diving picture, but well, that summed it up pretty well, I think. Also, I can't really zoom them in because I don't think VLC supports zoom in on video. But several of the faces there are quite good. First, you have Amras, who clearly just hasn't quite seen it yet. You have Mandy, who is probably reading chat or whatever at the moment, but that's a nice, like, contemplative face. Then you have Druge, who I think has seen it. I'm actually going to keep that and screenshot it really quickly, because some of those are pretty good faces for using in thumbnails. Not maybe, or maybe not the thumbnail for that video, but possible thumbnail pictures. Also, I pretty much nailed finding that. which was kind of cool. Possible thumbnail pictures saved. Excellent. Carry on. Carry on, my wayward mercy. I'll need to double check the tapes for some of this, but I think we have a good enough lead. Called Indigo Park. What kind of game is that? When you look at your name, you see it as Malcader. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it definitely says Reading Squirrel for me. It's a mascot horror type thing, like Poppy Playtime. I have no idea what that means. The game's free right now on Steam. Chapter 2 is over 400% funded on Kickstarter. That's awesome. I love to see people, like, obviously Kickstarter is not without its problems, but in general, it facilitates so many people to follow so many dreams, that I'm glad that it exists. That's really cool. Oh God, stop underlining that text. Actually, I should look at one other thing in that video while I have that folder open. Okay, that's what I thought. It's fun. It's nice having the video evidence to be able to go back and literally check the tapes. I think I'm almost done. That took slightly longer than I wanted, but I think we're almost done. Is there anything else that I really need to note about what happened in session 9? Most of it was preamble and then arrival and then reveal of our surprise and then a couple of notes there and then fighting happened. I think that's done. I've got a whole 5 minutes left to do the townsfolk thing. Nailed it. But if we go over just a teeny bit, I think we can get the proofreading done. I do, however, I drank a lot of water. Need to run to the bathroom really quickly. I'm going to go do that. and then we'll finish, and then we'll proofread through the townsfolk stuff. All right. Also, water refill because I'm a glutton for punishment. I also have to be careful here because I committed to getting on GTA in like 35 minutes to do some training for some folks. So that's another reason why I can't stay. And then before I finish with that, then my folks are showing up because we're going to watch Dune Part 2 with them. So I have a lot of kind of back-to-back / overlapping things. We need a hydrate and oh god, posture check. I'd never survive. I think at best my posture could be categorized as Gollum. Yeah, the overlapping nature of that was semi-intentional because when my folks came over and watched Dune Part 1 a couple of weeks ago, my dad actually seemed really, really interested when I was describing about GTA roleplay to them. So since they were going to come over tonight to watch Part 2 anyway, I was like, well, why don't you guys just come over a little bit earlier than you were going to, and you could like watch what I'm doing. Might be kind of fun. Where is my chat with Spio? Yo, there he is. Oh my gosh. I've messaged a lot of people in the last like day and a half. What the heck? Spio messaged me in the afternoon of Monday, and I have he was the 19th highest DM in my DMs list. One of those little things that I think a lot of people don't necessarily just like think of when it comes to content creation and like just how much communication and networking and whatnot goes on in the background. Hello there, Harrison. Sorry you couldn't watch more of the stream. Keep up the good work. Definitely a channel that deserves more subs. Can't wait for more of it. Hey, thank you so much. Were you the person that commented earlier that I responded to? I really appreciate you coming by. And yeah, I appreciate it. Session videos will be restarting soon. And then original content hopefully will be starting up in June or no later than July. That's cool. You'll bet they'll enjoy the GTA. Thank you. I think so too. All right. We have two main things to look at. I know it says work ends now, but it's lying because I need to look at this. If I end the stream right now, I'm just going to look at it off stream anyway, so we might as well hang out together while I do the thing that I said I would do. So I'm going to try and keep it under 10 minutes. 2:30. Okay, I just want to have some downtime in between things. I don't think you told us, but you and Demon Claw are engaged. I did know that you were engaged. I don't think I've ever heard that name before. He gave you a ring on May 10th, and you gave him a ring December. Okay, and I don't think I knew the other half of that. I don't know that. I did not realize that you guys had exchanged rings. That's fun. Well, congratulations, you guys. Do you have any plans as far as kind of like what the next steps there look like? This is online handle. Well, I assumed that wasn't that wasn't his legal name. I mean, I guess it could be, but. No clue. Fair enough. I mean, that's kind of step one, so nothing wrong with that. I mean, Pixie and I were engaged for, I don't remember how, definitely well over a year. I think it was about a year and a half. Okay, here's the other main thing that I wanted to read. Was that he gave you? That's so fun. I love it. I love it. Okay. I suppose I could show these on stream. There's no reason not to. They're going to be publicly posted in like the next day or so anyway. You were not. You just hopped in, and you enjoy the time on GTA, and we'll definitely hop in the next streams. I hope it's a little earlier. Oh, well, that's so cool. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We'll definitely hop in the next streams. Hopefully a little bit earlier next time. Yeah. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Off to a dental appointment. Have fun at GTA. Thank you. I would say have fun, but good luck in your dental appointment. Okay. I don't know why that document. Well, okay, document. It's an image. Okay, I think that is fine. Like I said, hold on, I might as well show what I'm looking at for the last few minutes here. Five more minutes at most. Okay. This was the first one. This is just a graphical representation of the information that's already posted in the public Google Drive folder for our D&D game. And sorry, I started to say this earlier, but I've been kind of scrambling to get as much done during the stream today as we wanted to. So if I didn't already say so, Harrison, thank you so much for making the effort to come by and check out the stream. We do these working streams most of the time. We try and do them about every other week. Obviously it does fluctuate a little bit, and then we upload our sessions, and we have some original content that we have planned as well. So I think this looks mostly fine. I did just notice under Milan, the percentages and the ethnicities or races, I guess, are separated. Yeah, it's probably a little unnecessarily specific, but I did it to kind of. There's a little bit of kind of quiet storytelling that goes on in this. Because for one, obviously the cities are all predominantly human because it's a human kingdom. But for two, there are the specific areas where there are higher proportions of minority groups, like those are positioned in various places for various reasons. Now, I wrote this document about 12 years ago, and there may potentially need to be some tweaking of it at some point as a result of that. But I think overall, you turn on your notifications, and we'll definitely have some questions for the next stream. Looking to DM your first campaign later this. Oh, that's so cool! Heck yeah, we love streaming. We do the majority of our streaming is on Twitch under the same name, twitch.tv/HereThereBeMonsters. But we are trying to invest a lot more in our YouTube channel. So I really, really appreciate that support. And for whatever it's worth, and certainly no pressure, but if you're a Discord kind of person at all, we're also more than happy to have you join us there. And especially if you're just getting into, oh God, that's such an old Discord invite link. Does it still work? It does. Okay, good. It should be just discord.gg/HereThereBeMonsters. But anyway, especially if you have any questions about DMing or anything, feel free to ask in live streams or in Discord or whatever. But glad to have you here and wishing you well on your own D&D journey. That's awesome. I need to update that chatbot. All right, so one note there is we just need to fix the line break, but otherwise I think this is fine. Like I said, it's already posted
Stream
in the Google
Elements
Doc,
is the first chatter and has been first 3 times.
Having it as like an image that can be pinned in the townsfolk channel on our Discord, I think is nice. That's the only thing that I see that needs tweaking there. Let's take a look at this. In People of Rin, you get to step into the shoes of a commoner building a business in the kingdom. It's like a backstage pass to the Kingdom of Rin campaign. We probably want to put campaigns. Where you get to sprinkle your own magic into the mix. Your role-playing adventures will be off-screen, but may collide with the, I think we just want to say with the on-stream campaigns. Thanks, Scott. I'll hop up and cook dinner, follow it on Twitch, and we'll join later. Have a great night. Hey, yeah, thank you so much. Have a wonderful dinner. Thank you again for just your uplifting words. It's nice to meet you. Have a great night. With other players bumping, okay, so I think we want to say, with player characters. Or, when. Okay. This was just kind of our rough draft here. Yeah, the success of your business could shake things up for the main characters, influencing or stirring up some unexpected surprises during their visits. Yep. Great. This game is all about rolling the dice. D100 and a D4 plus. Oh, wait, sorry. I added an extra and in there. This game is all about rolling the dice. A D100, a D4, and a daring move called Pushing Your Luck. Okay, yeah, we want to reword that just a little bit. Um, a D100 and a D4 plus a risky plus you can risk extra rewards or penalties by in your luck. Okay. After you add up all your bonuses, you throw a D100 to see how things pan out. Then the D4 decides the severity of your success or failure, leaving you room for some creative role playing. Feeling lucky? With Push Your Luck, you can go all in by rolling 2 D100 and banking on the higher result. But watch out, your luck might take a hit next time when you roll 2 D100 and have to, luck will, okay, we want to clarify that. Your luck will take a hit next time you roll your 2D100 and you have to use the lower result. Okay. So how do we become an NPC in the world? As you'd like to know yourself. The post for that is going to go up here like within the next couple days. But essentially, it'll just the short version is it'll just be let Spio know. but yeah, the post for that will be going up here no later than this weekend. It's a wild roller coaster of risks and rewards. Yeah, I like that. After crafting your character, we will start working on your very own player card. Dive into the action by sharing your character's adventures in your thread, or get bold with live role playing and voice chat. Initially, we will implement office hours for general communication and live role playing sessions from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Let's just say Pacific. Okay. Yeah, overall, I think that's a really good rough draft that Theo did. Let's just send him the notes really quickly. The only two things I see on this are what the heck? Reading Scroll's message just came through and said I'm doing good. Was that intended for here, or did we somehow get a super delayed message from when you first tuned in? YouTube chat can be really weird sometimes. Really weird. Weird. Yeah. Well, so it depends too if your chat is on top chat or live chat. But for me, between, so how do we become an NPC in the world? And I don't see what you're talking about. A message from Reading Squirrel that says, "I'm doing good, sir," just popped in. Oh no. I changed it from top chat to live chat to try and see what you were seeing, and my notes that I had typed into the YouTube chat got reset when that happened. God dang it. Okay, well I guess we gotta proofread that again. Bah. No, I do know that, Reading Squirrel. It's just it's I don't, it seemed like the message kind of came out of nowhere, so I was wondering if it was like super delayed because YouTube can be weird like that. I only remembered that because you mentioned Malkader earlier. Otherwise, I'm sorry. I have way too many names for way too many people to keep track of, so I appreciate the reminder for sure. Maybe, but that was like 40, well, like 30 minutes ago. Or maybe more. Sorry, hold on. Trying to recreate my notes there. That sucks that got deleted. Okay. What are all the exotic and uncommon races? So, I mean, most races that aren't just like totally crazy or outwardly evil are present in like some small degrees. But, like literally like individuals or like families or very, very small groups. But for the most part, any significant minority groups are made up of like the normal goodly races. Hello, Hudson. How are you doing today? Uh, You're good, how? I'm doing pretty well, thank you. I have a very busy day today, and we've gone. As you can see, my timer has ended and just says that we end now. But we're desperately trying to finish something up, and our progress got deleted here a few minutes ago. So we've been doing a lot of behind the screen, or well, yeah, behind the screen, but behind the scenes D&D stuff for our campaign called the Kingdom of Rin. Well, sort of. The setting is the Kingdom of Ren. The campaign itself doesn't actually have a specific name yet. I have one in mind that we might reveal soon. There could be a house set of kobolds. Potentially, yeah, yeah. That kind of thing would take a little bit more convincing, but as long as there's good like backstory and role playing there, CC, yeah. Oh, man, I don't remember how I reworded the push your luck thing. Um, Not specifically, CC. Uh, like there's a potential to get into some things like servanthood or indentured servanthood depending on the circumstances, but obviously that's a topic that we want to approach really um empathetically. you've been trying to get into D&D, but it's a lot of work and you can't find anyone to play with. Yeah, D&D, it's one of those things where it can be as much or as little work as you and your player group want to commit to. You can play D&D with literally one set of dice, one book, and some scratch pieces of paper, or you can go really, really, really in depth, like some groups do. So if you're having trouble getting started, I would definitely urge you to just try and find the lowest effort way to play possible. Yeah, yeah, of course. And also, I would say, don't be afraid to try DMing. As long as you communicate with people and let them know that you're new, most people will be totally fine with that. It works best, of course, or a lot of times it will work best if you're playing with people who also have never played, so you can all kind of be bad together and just like do your best to make it work and have fun and laugh at it. But also experienced players, as long as you have nice people, will usually be more than happy to help a new DM GM get started. Nice, Cece. That's awesome. Also, Hudson, if you want to kind of dip your toes in, what we're doing right now is actually proofreading some stuff about um, a play by post D&D kind of micro game that we're going to be running with our community, where people will get to make NPCs and run businesses in the world where our main D&D game takes place. So if that sounds interesting to you at all, you can join us in Discord, and we're going to be actually starting signups for that within the next couple days. I definitely want to be a kobold jeweler that buys and sells gems. That sounds interesting. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Took way longer than I wanted it to, especially having to go back and do it all over again. Yeah, yeah. What do you got? Well, thank you, Hudson. I appreciate you lifting up what Cece's working on. Character's name is Got, and the shop's name is Got Gems. Oh, yes. I love it. I love it. That's amazing. And that kind of thing, if you look at the demographic information, that kind of thing would go really well in like Ariel down in the south. ERIL. It is one of two population centers in the kingdom that has an economy with a significant amount of mining. But if you're wanting to engage with gemstones specifically, I think Ariel makes more sense than Tonda. There's always, in the meantime, this is the public folder for the D&D campaign. The goal is over time to continue to add more stuff to it, but you can always double check things there. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I think I did the things. Cool. Thank you all for being here. That ended up being a good full 30 minutes longer than I intended, but when my notes got deleted and I had to go back and rebuild all those thoughts, I guess. Such is life, right? So yeah, thank you all for being here. If you haven't had a chance to yet, please like the live stream. It's a great way to help support what we do for free and to let YouTube know that it should show our streams and other content to additional folks. And keep an eye out. Like I said, session 9 of our campaign in the Kingdom of Rin should be going up here on YouTube in the next 2 to 4 days. No, it's okay, Cece. I appreciate you. Our next stream will be Friday night on Twitch playing Helldivers 2. And if I don't catch you then, take care and be excellent to each other.